What it is, YouTube? It's your boy Jay back with another reaction video. And today, obviously, I got the Katt Williams interview. You know, this thing ain't been going around. It's been circling on the internet. So, I had to jump on and see what was going on. I have not seen this whatsoever. I've been wanting to see it. I'm going to go ahead and check it out, see what he's talking about. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this thing. No more talking.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guest. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
and
that.
I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why?
Yeah, that wasn't gonna make sense. That was not gonna make sense whatsoever. Ricky Smiley whole background. He said it, you know, he got the Christian tie, he don't cuss. If he do, it's very seldom, but you gonna have him play the pimp, that goes completely against what Ricky Smiley do. It's completely against his whole thing. And Katt Williams is a pimp. So you gonna give a role to somebody that don't know nothing about being a pimp over somebody that grew up actually doing that exact role that you're shooting for, which is Katt Williams being a pimp, because Katt Williams is a pimp. So just that makes sense. That makes sense.
Has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know.
He shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let an athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one. Why
no one.
He was with KD. He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood they switched off roles. You take this and he what?
So
Ricky Smiley knows this. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and the powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talk about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we talk about comedy, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped.
I agree with that. That I can't say that because of YouTube, but because of that, that's never funny. You should never play with that situation. That I don't even like reference anything to that word. But yeah, you don't play with that. You don't put that in a movie. It's not funny. That's yeah, Katt right on that. You don't play with that. You don't do that. That's not funny. I ain't never gonna be funny. I 100% agree. I agree. It's crazy that Hollywood or I'm gonna say Hollywood that they want to put that stuff in movies and black movies to I don't want to use I ain't gonna use that word, but the fact they try to put that in a black movie and on top of that is comedy, it makes us look bad. Like why would you put that upon us? But besides that, Katt right, man, you can't. That's not funny, man. You can't do that. So I'm glad he put his foot down and he's like, look, that's not gonna work. It'd be funny if that didn't happen. I agree 100% on what Katt talking about right here.
So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story?
Right.
35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm gonna be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then he was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's
true.
why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke?
Yeah.
He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have a range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore the way you.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you.
Man.
The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arm up.
Oh my God, I love Katt, man. He is retarded. He's over here looking like a walrus, and you didn't say nothing. Damn. Damn.
Arms off his stomach, sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star? What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
That's crazy because that is true. I haven't really seen Cedric the Entertainer. I've probably seen like maybe 2 stand-ups, but it was, I don't know if I even want to call them stand-ups for real. But I have not seen many. The very, very last one, I believe that's on Netflix, I seen that. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen it. I've checked Tubi, Netflix, ain't there. That's bad. If you not end up on either one of them, Man.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
That is true.
It seems to me, Katt, that
That's
you have
true.
to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Hey, like you gonna call them out on they BS. Like not gonna let you toss this lie around without me telling somebody or telling the people the truth. I'm just not gonna let you do that. Especially if it got something what I'm doing as well. If I'm in that community or in that crowd or whatever it may be, I'm not gonna let you spread these lies. No, because that's tarnishing something that I do as well. So I agree with Katt, man. Hell yeah, bro. Like I'm not gonna let you tear that down. I'm not gonna let you throw salt on that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you people the truth, then I'll let y'all decide from there. But I'm gonna tell you what's up. I'm gonna tell you. You can believe what you want to believe, but I'm gonna give you the truth first.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Cause he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Katt's on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters, I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
That's true. As much as people said, Katt got a lot of haters out here. A lot of haters. And I have heard that very same statement that he's on drugs and all this other kind of stuff, but we ain't never heard any follow-up stories to that or any proof that he's on drugs. So even for him, he's never admitted to it. I mean, of course, if someone say you're on drugs, you're going to deny it. But there's no proof, no recollection of Katt being on drugs. None. At least from what I've seen or what I've heard that revolved around Katt, I haven't heard it. If there was, I missed it. But so far, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard him being on drugs. I ain't heard he do tweak out every now and then. He tweaks out every now and then. But I have not heard him being on drugs. And so, where's the proof? If y'all say he on drugs, where's the proof?
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Katt, damn, you like this?
No, that's
okay,
not.
what comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just called it straight.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. Why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up?
That's tough. That's tough. You can't talk about work when work is there. He say, my work, I think he said, what, 12 Netflix? That's a lot. 12 Netflix shows, stand-ups. And Faison got 0. Like you can't say, how can I say that? You can't say, oh, this is and that, but you have no work behind that. Katt got work behind it. He said it's hard to get on Netflix. And he said he got 12 of them, and I've seen a good majority. I've seen a good majority. So how can you talk? You can't talk numbers with Katt. It's not gonna add up, especially if you someone like Faison, like he said, you can't talk numbers with him. Because he's been on there 12 times. You ain't been in there once. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
And people, we do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and that she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side.
This God's side and the other side. Oh, cat talking. Cat talking. Oh. I'm just play it. I'm just gonna play it.
And we don't care nothing about the other side.
Right.
Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed.
The cat going off. He going off. He going off. He throwing name after name after name after name after name. He going off. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna let him speak. Get it out. Get it out, big dog. Get it out.
That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
Right.
The truth is the light.
I never been over these.
Amen.
Gee. I kind of getting on there.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah.
Because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
You would tell it.
no, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it.
Damn. He said, I know so much shit I should not know. Ooh, he let them off. He letting them off. Pew, he letting them off. He letting them shots go. He letting them go. Oh my God. That's crazy. Don't piss him off. Yo, all the people that he talking about, don't piss this man off. Don't do it. And I from what I think, I don't think anybody really like that he called out. I don't think any of them responded. I don't think. I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. But I don't think they responded. Oh, he unloading the clip. He unloading it.
Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Q set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But
no
I didn't
one's
know
ever
what
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Kat. But normally when people give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are lies. This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You homeless.
Yo, with the Steve Harvey thing, you know, Steve Harvey been catching heat for at least the past 2 years, especially last year. Oh my God, last year was terrible for Steve. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah. Steve in that hot seat, man. I wonder why he ain't said nothing in a long time. Steve Harvey has not said nothing in a long time. And he's not going to. Especially with this added on top of it. With Katt saying, he's not going to say nothing for a long time. He going to be quiet. Watch.
It was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA, and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person.
I'm gonna let him finish.
Person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
I ain't gonna lie. When Katt came out, I seen a couple of his shows back then. I ain't gonna say show, because I wasn't following his stand-up, but I did catch a couple of his movies. And it didn't take him long. I ain't gonna lie. From what I remember, it did not take Kevin long to pop. I think he would pop it for a minute. He may not have been mainstream, but I definitely seen him in some movies. And yeah, if you in the movie, you definitely getting paid. You getting paid. Yeah, right. Yeah, he right on that. When I first time I seen Kevin Hart was in a movie, in a couple movies. So man, you had your own movie. You was in other people's movies. So yeah, it's true. He didn't really have to struggle like that. At least from what I remember, he didn't have to struggle like that.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock, where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It did happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, do you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Right.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo! Huh.
So you want to know what they did?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. The same thing with Steve Harvey stand-up. I haven't seen too many of his stand-ups. I don't remember the last one I've seen. That's crazy. Woo! Sending them.
Stand up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life.
I could agree with that. To a certain degree. I could agree with that. From what I can remember, I've seen a couple of stand-ups before with a couple of comedians, and some of them really wasn't that funny. They probably had a line or two that was funny, but the whole segment. Now, Katt, what I've seen a lot of his stand-ups, a lot of his shows, a lot of things, he is funny. I've died laughing when it came to Katt Williams. I don't think there was ever a dull moment of me not dying laughing when it came to Katt Williams. Everybody else hit and miss. But yeah, Katt, yeah.
So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that.
That's true.
Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some...
I want to protect it real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No, I didn't. No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know, you're talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay,
You
so,
had said in
okay.
2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I said the dates wrong, yeah. So
let's go ahead and clear that up.
Okay.
You said,
yeah.
I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right, so he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab to help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned.
That's true.
And there are these alliances in comedy, and if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Now, I'm reading Katt Williams won Cedric the Entertainer's Anheuser-Busch Best Los Angeles Comic Award. Did you win that award, won Katt Williams? It's a simple yes or no. It's not a rhetorical question.
It's a question that probably should have been asked to Cedric the Entertainer.
I'm asking you. I got you here, though.
I know. I couldn't believe Cedric didn't get asked that question. You still a dude's joking and giving him an award, and then 10 years later you don't know nothing about it. Hey, but I promise you this.
What?
If he sees me again before he sees you, he'll be talking different when you see him. That's for certain. That's the difference. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go. Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why?
Yes,
because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought. I have far less play in me than you would like. And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still, to this day, I play 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6. This is just in the yard, just to the rack, just cause.
You work out, Cat? I mean, no, you work out, Cat?
Not to the gym.
You don't work out at the gym? You do push-ups, sit-ups?
My whole life it was just push-ups and sit-ups only. I would do like 100 push-ups a day. Just.
I thought you were gonna say 1,000.
No. Because this is literally every day.
Right.
This is not for the gram. You know what I mean? Like literally 100 a day. And I would do push-ups, and then I tore both my rotator cuffs. And so it was only thanks to golf that I was even able to get my
You a golfer now?
back. I've been a golfer for quite some time. My short game is impeccable. I can't get you but 2 and some change off of the off the tee, but I'm still coming in for par, guaranteed.
You playing for tips?
No. I've found that you don't get anything for that. It seems very egomaniacal. They go, hey, Cat, for free, you can go further back. Hey, right? Wait, does it still count the same?
That's it.
Hey, I'm up at the ladies' tee. Don't tell me my pronouns. On the golf course, I'm she, her, him, them, and they. Whoever at the front tee.
I know we're joking, we're having a great conversation, but you did win the award. How did the award help your career? It had to help some, Cat.
Nope. No.
God, come on, Cat.
I didn't remember it happened till you just said it. How can Cedric give you an award that was worth something? Everything Cedric and Ricky Smiley ever been in got canceled for not being funny. Ricky sat here and told you that they cut him out of every movie he did. They always had a reason. Right? That's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bumps. Doesn't not be good at what you do, not work hard at what you do, but have to act like you the best at what you do. It is crazy. It's crazy.
But they be touring, they be doing like 100 shows a year.
That's me. I don't run into none of them. That's what I'm saying. If you're a Phase Out Love fan, you mean you've been a fan of him for 32 years, you still waiting on him to do his first special? You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
I mean, Steve got a lot of other
DL's still out there. None of those irons matter to stand-up. Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like, you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're going to say some funny country things. But not a writer.
Right.
Not a writer.
When you got into stand-up, was crossing over, was doing TV, was doing movie, was that a part of it? You like, okay, I'm doing stand-up. Okay, the next progression is TV movies.
Throughout the history of stand-up, sir. That's the goal for all of us. That's how it goes. That's why when you hear these dudes talking about, oh, I didn't want to be a movie star, you just know it's disingenuous. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, oh, no, I just wanted to do a game show. Right. What? Are you sure? Because I thought you did Mark Curry's show over after he had just done hanging with Mr. Cooper. Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours and then do the dude's stand-up when you go on the road? And then you never put Mark Curry on your show or nothing. Like, if you don't say anything, these dudes will run over you. I don't know if you know how bullies operate. But if you don't stand up for yourself, there really is nothing they won't do.
Right. Do you consider yourself a king of comedy? Where the cat?
No, they consider that.
Oh, that.
Like when after Bernie left, them same three guys I'm telling you about, the Kings.
Yeah.
Right? Because DL is the greatest.
Yeah.
No DL slander gets tolerated. But they came to me. I was supposed to be the fourth king. I got the offer.
Then what happened?
But I turned it down.
Why?
Because you shit on Bernie. And I know the truth. You think I'm gonna let you shit on Bernie and then come get me? I'm the next king? Fuck you. Why? Because the whole time Bernie was here, you was acting like you was funnier than him. The reason you was supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was gonna be called the King's Comedy, it was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him. Of course you gotta close if it's your tour. That's why it was such a big deal. But you couldn't do it, because you can't beat the best. And until you humble yourself, you will forever be king by the king.
I agree, man. Bernie Mac was something special. He was something special. I ain't gonna lie. Bernie Mac was also, I've seen the ones that he did, and I died laughing. That's true. He was still alive to this day. Rest in peace. Oh man, ain't no doubt in my mind. I think it'd be Bernie Mac, Katt Williams, and really after that it's up for grabs. Really from the third and beyond is really up to grabs. But them two for sure, Katt and Bernie, for sure. For sure. But Bernie Mac was a fool. And I tell you, Bernie Mac was a fool. Bernie Mac was a fool. Man, I wish that I hate that didn't happen to him. But, yeah.
And because you finally did it, because you had no other choice, and now that he gone, you gonna act like, he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works. The king is the funniest. Period. Every time. And that's why no audience member was ever swayed. It didn't matter where Bernie went. You think if Bernie went first, he wasn't the king? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get your ego out of this. You let the best be the best, right?
Katt Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate that.
Man, that's it for that video, man. Man, for the Katt, man, protect that man at all costs, man. That's one of the realest that we got. And still crazy as ever, man. But he done let a lot of that go in this. Don't play with them. Hey, if I was these comedians, I would stay. Don't speak on nothing. Keep it quiet. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think somebody gonna come up and say something. I'm pretty sure. But man, this video, I see why this video has been blowing up the net. I didn't watch the whole. I believe it's like 2 hours 50. I didn't watch all that. I'll probably watch all that some other time. But man, y'all protect this man. It's the last one that we got for real. Like the last. In my opinion, an actual king beside Bernie Mac. Protect this man. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank y'all for joining in. Yeah, subscribe to your boy, and I'm out.